Beneath the thick, unyielding ice of a bitter winter, a silent world exists where life seems to have completely vanished. Deep within the freezing darkness, a creature lies perfectly motionless, suspended in a state that mimics death itself for months. It does not breathe, it does not move, and it receives absolutely no oxygen from the outside world for a long time. If a human were subjected to these conditions, the brain would die within minutes, unable to function without a fresh supply. But for this incredible reptile, this suspended animation is not death, but a brilliant and calculated strategy for winter survival. These resilient turtles inhabit the cold waters of North America, where winter transforms their liquid homes into solid blocks of ice. As the season changes, the ice forms a solid barrier, effectively cutting off the water from the atmosphere's oxygen supply. The oxygen dissolved in the water is slowly consumed by decaying matter, eventually dropping to levels that are nearly non-existent. Instead of seeking air, the turtle buries itself deep within the bottom mud, embracing the suffocating environment of the lakebed. It will not surface for air, it will not take a single breath, it commits fully to a life without lungs. Here it remains, isolated in the dark, facing a biological challenge that would destroy almost any other vertebrate on Earth. Under normal circumstances, living cells require a constant stream of oxygen to produce energy through a process called aerobic respiration. This oxygen is used to generate ATP, the essential fuel that powers every movement, thought, and heartbeat in a living body. When oxygen is cut off, this efficient energy production stops, and cells begin to starve and fail within a few minutes. Without oxygen, toxic byproducts build up rapidly, causing irreversible damage to sensitive organs, especially the complex and demanding brain. So how does this humble reptile survive months without the very element that defines life for the rest of us? The answer lies in a radical biological transformation, a complete rewriting of the rules of metabolism deep inside its body. Scientists call this state metabolic depression, a profound physiological change that allows the turtle to endure the impossible conditions. As the water temperature plummets, the turtle does not fight the cold but instead embraces it to slow everything down. Its heart rate drops dramatically, beating only a few times per minute, just enough to circulate fluids through its body. The turtle's total body metabolism is suppressed by over 90%, entering a state of extreme energy conservation. Nutritional needs vanish, the body switches to a minimum viable mode, preserving every single spark of energy for survival. The cold temperature actually assists this process, slowing down every biochemical reaction and significantly reducing the body's demand for oxygen. By cooling down, the turtle reduces its need for fuel, buying itself precious time to survive the long winter months. But slowing down is not enough. Eventually, the oxygen stores in its body run out completely, forcing a drastic switch. With no oxygen left to power its cells, the turtle switches to anaerobic metabolism, a backup system for energy production. This process, known as glycolysis, breaks down stored glucose to create energy without using a single molecule of oxygen. It is an inefficient method, producing far less energy than normal respiration, but it is enough to keep the turtle alive. However, this anaerobic process comes with a deadly price, as it creates a dangerous byproduct known as lactic acid buildup. In most animals, this acid would quickly turn the blood toxic, causing fatal acidosis and destroying the body from within. But the turtle possesses a secret weapon, a unique evolutionary adaptation that solves this lethal chemical problem completely. The solution lies in its shell. This structure is not just armor for protection, but a dynamic chemical reservoir. The turtle's shell and skeleton contain calcium carbonate, key alkaline minerals that act as a powerful chemical buffer against acid. As lactic acid builds up, the turtle releases these minerals from its shell into its blood to neutralize the acidity. It effectively turns its own shell into a biological antacid, keeping its blood pH stable despite the toxic buildup. The lethal lactate is then safely stored within the shell's structure, locked away until spring arrives and oxygen returns. This means the shell serves two vital purposes: a shield against predators and a complex biochemical regulator for survival. While the body handles the acid, the brain must also adapt to survive without the oxygen it craves. Typically, a lack of oxygen causes rapid death of nerve cells, but the turtle brain is wired differently. By shutting down ion channels, the brain avoids the energy drain that would normally kill a mammal in this situation. In this comatose state, the turtle waits, perfectly preserved by cold and chemistry, while the world above remains frozen. Months pass in silence. Finally, the sun grows stronger, and the thick ice sheet begins to crack and melt. Fresh oxygen from the atmosphere begins to dissolve into the water, reaching the depths where the sleeper lies waiting. Sensing the rise in oxygen and temperature, the turtle's body begins the slow process of waking from its slumber. The heart rate accelerates, pumping fresh, oxygenated blood to the organs, restarting the aerobic machinery of life once again. The accumulated lactic acid is processed and cleared, and the blood pH returns to its normal physiological balance naturally. There is no damage, no need for repair. The turtle simply shakes off the mud and continues its life. It breaks the surface and takes its first breath of air in months, surviving a winter that would kill us. This remarkable cycle repeats every year, a testament to the incredible resilience and adaptability of nature's ancient designs. From slowing its heart to using its shell as a chemical shield, the turtle transforms its entire biology to endure. While many creatures fight against the winter, this species chooses to adapt so deeply that it temporarily gives up breathing. It reminds us that life on Earth is not just about strength, but about the incredible ability to change and endure. Hidden beneath the ice, a miracle of biology takes place every year, unseen by human eyes until we look closer. Nature finds a way to endure even the harshest silence, proving that life is far more resilient than we imagine. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the frozen depths. Discover more secrets by subscribing to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it to help us uncover more hidden truths of our planet. We appreciate your support and curiosity. Stay tuned for our next adventure into the wild and wonderful world of science. This has been a presentation of Hidden Truths of Earth. Remember, there is always more to discover beneath the surface. Goodbye for now, and keep exploring the amazing world around you. This is Hidden Truths of Earth, signing off.